Whoa, we're back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and we're gonna be doing a little, filler. It's filler. We're doing filler. It is what it is. Like, this is one of those videos where there's not like news coming out. There's not like, this or that happening. We're gonna be doing some filler, getting into the a question I saw posed, which is, how do you get over 800k in this mode for people trying to get the rewards, right? I don't know how much is the max that you actually need. You do need 800k for the chat box. Do you need 800k for anything else? You need 800k for the icon as well. People like having these cosmetics. People like having these things, so why not take a look? We're gonna be using backup challenge, of course, and going into it with one of these. Maybe here, maybe there, maybe everywhere. So I think we're going to end up using Vectron, and here is that setup there. But we might end up using someone else, maybe. We'll see. Whatever the case may be, we'll get to that, big number. You can see it right there. Spoiler alert, you can see it right there. But let's knock this out and give people an example of what to do, because obviously people want those flares, those visuals, those nice things, instead of instead of like missing out on cool flares and the like that might not be coming back anytime soon. So let's get into it. And here we go. We're getting into the fight, and it's going to be one of those fights that's a bit of a knowledge check, right? It's just going to be a test of your mechanical ability, as well as a test of your knowledge of the characters and what they actually do here. But yeah, you can see we mess up here, but I'm pretty sure the run goes well overall. I would bet that it, we lock in here. So we're gonna go out into the white Ichigo. I have seen people do it where they go into multiple rotations of the his special attack, and then they go into the battlefield skilled. I have not really noticed a sizable difference, but that is just me, of course. That is just me. Sorry. Little yawn there, just waking up. So a little tired. But yeah, I haven't noticed a sizable difference. I tend to just go with a very smooth rotation, using abilities when they're up, getting our buffs and the like. I will say that one thing that is nice about Hollow Ichigo versus other characters you could have B6'd for this is you really kind of don't notice, like, you really don't have that sensation of like, oh, I need to like remember to do this and this and this. Like, he doesn't have a ton of mechanics that just like happen that are new to his boundaries. He just has a lot of power in his boundaries, and that's really nice because it makes him pretty simple to play, which is always a good thing, right? It's always a good thing to have a character that's just like very straightforward, powerful, and not sort of bogged down by, oh, now this character does this and it's completely different than what he was doing before, and now I gotta remember to do this, I gotta hit this window. So when it comes to these limited time events, these trial events essentially, where you're using someone else's abilities, by the way, Kenpachi's ultimate just blitzes through that, which I found very impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was pretty good. Man, if they hit the Getsuga Jujisho like pause, I tweeted this, you can follow me on Twitter, by the way, Club Elone. If they hit the pause on Getsuga Jujisho for True Shikai Ichigo, like Kenpachi does, where he just holds that sword in the air and then brings it down, it's gonna be like the best animation in the game. I said it before, it's not like Ichigo is like oh my god, my favorite protagonist ever, but I do like Ichigo. I do think that Titakuba just makes a bunch of good looking characters, right? So here's like an example of, I wasn't used to doing something. I was not used to her having a counter. So again, in my head, it's completely changed how I engage with the rotations, and I kind of have to like mentally be aware, like, oh yeah, every time I do this, she has like a counter she can use, which is, it's a minor thing, but like I said, it's one of those benefits that Hollow Ichigo sort of has, is that you don't really have to worry about that. So here's like another one, right? I'm doing my usual rotation, and you don't have to do this. So you can see me going, and then I ult, and it's like I could have ulted before because she's still an ult. And it's because she throws 2, when you have B6, and I'm just like, oh man, right. So again, we have like another mental adjustment where it's like, okay, she throws 2, which means I need to like actually ult immediately. So it kind of like changes my rotations on the fly. But just to show you that this is not like a practiced thing, and we still managed to get over the 800,000 K mark, right? So it's just like it's an example that you don't need perfect rotations, you don't need a smooth rotations or anything to get over this hump. It's just like, if you have the base rotations down, even with some hiccups during, you're gonna get through it. You're just gonna get through it. It is what it is, right? So continue to go, and at this point I was like, okay, 3 minutes left, including all of the time stopping that this team does. It's gonna be a slaughter. It's gonna be slaughter, right? Like it's the Thrust team. You know it well. One thing I will say that's kind of interesting about the Thrust team, and it's because of, how should I say this? It's because of like sort of like the nature of power creep. The Thrust team, sorry, another little yawn there again, just waking up. The Thrust team does a thing where they, what should I say? They have the thing where they do like ailment damage, right? And that ailment damage is not the most impressive on the numbers screen, right? Like, is that right here? Like 35 million is pretty good, but like comparatively, the new Slash team is doing like 80 million bombs. And that is sort of the nature of like the power creep of numbers, that the Thrust team now doesn't look like they're doing as much, even though they are still like cooking, right? But here we go, about to end off. I can't imagine this going for more than another like rotation and a half. This has to be it, probably, like right here. Oh, it's going to be on the Seto. So yeah, I'll see you at the numbers and recap, but pretty simple. Peace out. And there you have it. I mean, pretty simple, pretty light. I mean, rotations were obvious at this point. We've had like a few, go arounds of playing with these characters. We're not really in the the learning period anymore as far as why Ichigo goes, especially as far as the Thrust team goes. It's going to be good to get some new blood concerning the Thrust team, because my highest score is not, it's just not there, dog. It is pretty hard to land on the Thrust team, or land on the highest score naturally from what I've seen, but we do end up grabbing our chat box, which is cool. We did not become backup data. I don't know how to become backup data. I don't know what that means. I don't understand what I am supposed to do to become backup data, but I don't think that is a, I think someone has to use your team. So it's just for like the whales, right? That has to be it. It has to be like someone has to use your team. But besides that, we've got everything cleared out, and it's pretty smooth. I mean, we essentially ranked the same in both iterations of this mode, outside of the outside of the actual backup challenge, right? So pretty easy. I wanted to do this because I did see people saying that they were having a hard time getting over 800,000 as like a backup challenge thing. I mean, people want the chat box, right? It's like it's one of those things where people don't want to miss out on things, but I think it's pretty simple. As for who I use, we can actually go in here. I used Vectron here. Whale player has everything, and when it came to their actual layout, it looks like we used, when releasing a battlefield skill, the entire team gains a buff, increases ultimate damage and ailment damage by 75%, and then when releasing an ultimate, the entire team gains a bonus, increasing slash damage by 25% and ultimate damage by 75% for 15 seconds. So pretty good, really good, in fact. Yeah, there's not really much to say. I hope that was clear enough. Like I said, people were having sort of difficulty clearing that. I saw at least a few times, I saw people say that they were having a tough time getting to 800,000. So, we are of course in the filler arc. You know what I mean? We're in the filler arc. We are waiting for the next run of content to come out. We are 3 hours from being 9 days away. We have 24,000 Jade. Plenty going into Olkieta, actually. I did not expect to get back to 24,000. For whatever reason, I always end up with more Jade than I think is going to come. Mostly from the weeklies. I always forget weeklies when I'm calculating this stuff, but 24,000 Jade looks pretty good. And yeah, I do want to say that just make sure you get the rest of your contents done, because we are sort of going to be moving into the next big batch. We are waiting on this to reveal its last part. You can see it's, you know, day 7. But beyond that, we are kind of done. If you're wondering, like, can I be done with the various contents now? Can I be done with the things that they put out in part 2? We're done. So if you are lagging behind, if you are sort of waiting on Jade or what have you, you know, people say all the time, again, like, I don't know where people are getting Jade. I don't know how to farm Jade. I don't know what to do. It's this menu. This is it. You go down this one by one, and all of the Jade is not hard to find. It's not secretive or anything. You go down this one by one, and you tick off the boxes. And then when your weeklies reset, you come in here and you finish off your weekly. So Frenzy Feast is done. We can see there I've got a, what was that score? Got a 95,000 here. Collected all of our Jade. Huge rewards there, especially since it's weekly. You come in here. If this is reset, you can do this. Otherwise, you can save your Swift mode. These also, by the way, is like autoable now, so you don't even need to pay attention to it. You go in here, make sure you get things done here. We are now up to 8 out of 10. I'll be doing 9 out of 10 at some point today. But that's another one that is like a big rewards, because if you come here, you can see that I've got another 300 Jade waiting on me. So pretty good, like I said. It's just, yeah, this should literally be the routine, and there's no secrets here. That's one of the great things about Bleach Soul Resonance, is that the Jade is pretty like in the open. You don't have to look that hard, and I think that a lot of times people have trouble finding where their rewards are in these games, but not with Bleach Soul Resonance. It's just not the case. So yeah, it's gonna do it. Pretty simple, pretty smooth. We PB'd essentially. Just to go back, we PB'd. We got to 973,000, which is a hair short of the, you know, what would I say, the 1 million mark using someone else's team. So it is possible, it is doable. The rotations they just require you, you know, they require you to lock in a little bit. So with all that being said, I have been Lone. Like if you like the video, subscribe to the club, we all go make it, and peace.